Greetings and aloha. As always, mahalo for tuning in to Doko Ga TV right here on Hawaii News Now, K5 and KHNL. On last week's show, episode 4 of our Europe Mania video diary series, the Globus and Non-Stop Travel entourage continued our journey back through time as we ventured across the captivating city of Seville. Being a part-time, actually mostly retired guitar player, the very rhythmic, complex, and fiery percussive strumming and sound of flamenco has always been one of my favorite styles of music. An evening full of flair, hypnotic dancing, and dinner sounded like the perfect way to spend our final night here in the enchanted city of Seville. As this was my first time in Spain, actually in Europe, I really appreciate the selection of locations and activities on this Globus and Non-Stop Travel tour. In each city we visit, we're treated to great experiences, and as music is something near and dear to me, this was one of my most fond memories of this trip. There are 2 shows per night here at the Tabalao Flamenco El Palacio Andaluz. I loved the fact you're seated in a traditional style theater and served a multi-course meal so that when the show starts, you can focus your attention on and enjoy the fascinating flamenco performance. Cheers, Cora.
Cheers.
Cheers. Flamenco is, at its heart, the music of Andalusia, the southernmost region of Spain. True to its origins, just like the awe-inspiring architecture we've had the opportunity to experience firsthand all throughout this tour, the art of flamenco combines influences from the various diverse peoples and cultures that lived here in the Iberian Peninsula for centuries, including Catholic, Arabic, Romani, and Jewish. Flamenco expresses a wide range of emotions, especially those experienced by the people of Roma, Spain, who are credited with the creation of this genre. Oppression, hardship, desperation, hope, pride, and joy are all elements that shaped and inspired this art form. While there are over 50 different styles, flamenco incorporates guitar, vocals, clapping, and percussive instruments like the cajon and castanets. Flamenco has been around in one form or another for over 200 years and was traditionally the music of the people, performed in informal settings like family gatherings and taverns. Considered to be one of the best flamenco dancers in Spain and 2-time National Flamenco Award recipient, check out this performance by Emilio Ramirez El Duende. The soulful, dramatic, and powerful vocal performance of Juan Luis Vega Maera rang throughout the theater and impressed all in attendance. Her mastery of dance and castanets is what makes Soledad de Jose Saro's command of the stage truly hypnotic, as her confidence and elegance personify the passion of flamenco. As a guitar fan, I was in awe of the all-out strumming assault and finger-picking ferocity of Jose Ramirez Chopi, whose relentless guitar abilities were another El Palacio Andaluz highlight. Stoic, authoritative, dominant, and poised, Maria de Amaro exuberates flair and finesse with each spin, movement, and motion. This must have been our special night, as we were lucky enough to be able to enjoy a rare performance by veteran, legend, and icon of flamenco, Jose Luis Galvan Figuera. Flamenco is now widely considered one of Spain's national treasures and received a UNESCO Masterpieces of the Oral and Intangible Heritage of Humanity proclamation in November of 2010. Flamenco is passionate, complex, and deeply rooted in Spanish culture, which continues to evolve as a living art form and a source of great pride for the people of Spain. I can see why the flamenco show here at El Palacio Andaluz is rated as the best place to experience this rich Andalusian art form. Featured on numerous TV programs and articles, the show was entertaining and enthralling. The captivating, passionate performances perfectly expressed each of the emotional elements I mentioned during the opening of this segment. While no one in our group could understand a word that was explained, narrated, sung, or chanted, it didn't matter at all. From the fierce, fervid guitar playing to the impassioned singing and dancing, I highly recommend making the flamenco show at El Palacio Andaluz a part of your Seville experience. The city of Malaga has a long history dating back to 800 BC when the Phoenicians arrived and settled here. They left their mark on this southern region through architecture still visible today, such as Roman ruins, Moorish castles, and mosques. Daniel was our Malaga expert, sharing incredible facts about this beautiful place as we traversed through the streets of this city. The intricacies and influences that shaped Malaga's history and many of the key locations were absolutely astounding.
You can see this first Arab construction, all right? That's a fortification. It's called Alcazaba. Alcazaba is what in Arab we call Al-Kashfa. It's a citadel, okay? It's a palace that is fortificated. It's a fortification with a palace inside. Then, that's from the beginning of the 11th century. All right, before the Arabs built this fortification, obviously, we had other fortifications belonging to Romans. The Alcazaba, by the way, it's the reason why Malaga never really got reconquered by the Spanish Catholic kings. And the Arabs, they left the 18th of August, 1487. So it never got conquered. They left, okay? They left when? When the king was called to go back to Granada. But when they left Malaga, it was the beginning of the end, because the sea connection, they had no sea connection, and as well, it was over. They never got conquered, because this Alcazaba is a fortification. Inside they have another fortification, and inside they have a third fortification, so it was really impossible to get conquered. Malaga is a city, we are very cosmopolitan, but from the beginning of our time. The history starts on a port. So we're used to host people from the beginning of the history of Malaga. Malaga, the name, comes from the word malak. Malak could have been something related with salt, could have been a Phoenician virgin, or could have been the name that got given to the Rio Guadalmedina, the city river. We have 569,000 people living in Malaga. 15% of them are foreigners, which is not a lot. Over 110 different nationalities. In Torremolinos, where you're staying, 33%, over 140. Eastern of Torremolinos, pretty similar, 33, 142 different nationalities. In Marbella, it goes up to close 40%. So who's local? Some of you might look more local than I do, all right? The Malaga Cathedral is built, it's built at the gardens of the mosque. That's where the main mosque during the Arab occupation was located. The Spanish Catholic kings, Isabel and Ferdinand, every single city or town they were reconquering. The first things they used to do was consecrating mosque as Catholic temples, all right? Wait, the same thing that the Muslims they did when they ended here. They consecrate Visigoth Catholic temples into mosque. Don't forget that Jewish, Catholics, and Muslims, we pray to the same gods. This should have been the main entrance, the main facade of the cathedral. Problem, our actual main facade is on the opposite way. That looks to the north, when it should have looked to the western. Why? Because we build the Catholic temples or the Christian temples from where the sun rises to where the sun sets, from eastern to western. The Arabs made a mistake on this mosque. and the Qibla wasn't facing Mecca. Therefore, we made a mistake afterwards. So the project of a Gothic cathedral was going to be in this building. New plan, new project, the new cathedral. In 1528, we started building a Gothic temple. On a Gothic temple, the central nave has to be as high as possible. On Renaissance, it's the same height. We needed to cover the height of the side naves. When we did it, Houston, we have a problem. Which one? The bricks, they come from a different quarry. So apart from being, they are two different colors, and it looked like they are built a different architectural style, and the main facade is even Baroque. That's why we call it an eclectic church, an eclectic temple. It's Baroque, Gothic, it's Renaissance, all in one. This is probably the most favorite monument for the local people. It's a monument for a liberator of Spain, El General Torrijos, General Torrijos. Spanish Independence War, 1807-1812. A democratic time in Spain started, pro-monarchy and pro-democratic. 1817, 5 years after the democracy in Spain, Ferdinand VII said, I'm the bloody king, everything for me. And a lot of people who fight for him started fighting against him, including General Torrijos. And he started a plan, which was to stand up the civilians against Ferdinand VII. When Ferdinand VII passed away, the locals built this monument. All right, before we reach his statue, he's sitting over there. At that corner with the multicolored balconies over there, that's where the foundation of Picasso is located. He was born close to that chimney on the top. Picasso, he was born 1881. He left the city in 1888. He just lived 8 years in Malaga, time enough us to use his name and to sell the city as Picasso's hometown. Picasso promised everyone that he would never come back to Spain if Franco would have been alive, and unfortunately he passed away a couple of years before Franco passed away. He came to Malaga several times before the Civil War. 1936, beginning of the Civil War, was the last time he visited us. Then we come over here for the Roman theater. It's not a Coliseum. Coliseums would be close. The Arch-Governor of Malaga at the middle of last century, he decided to make a few changes, refurnish the gardens of this bibliothèque. And they found this part over there. They said, it can't be true. It can't be the cavea of the Roman theater. Cavea is the stand, the terrace. They found it. They started and take all the sand off, and we found a lovely Roman theater, which by the way, it's still in use. We make some shows, etc. We can see very clear the areas of a Roman theater. The 3 vomitoriums, the entrances. Then we have only one cavea here. On big coliseums or big theaters, we have different caveas regarding different social levels of people who used to live on a Roman town. Then we have the 3 lower rings, the wide ones. This is called the orquesta. This is what we would call the VIP stand, all right, for the authorities.
Daniel, our Malaga maestro, took us to a local favorite eatery known for its flavorful wine, terrific tapas, open and inviting atmosphere, and the fact that one of the owners here just so happens to be a Malaga-born Hollywood superstar, the Antonio Banderas.
Let's go to El Pimpi, local wine. One of the main reasons to come to Malaga is to test this wine, believe me. It is a very sweet wine. It says that it opens your stomach. You can see I don't need anything to open my stomach. It's very sweet, good for cooking, any sauces for meat, desserts, different types. If you want to know more, it's easy, just come to Malaga.
So here we have our new friend.
Cheers.
Cheers.
With our lovely Moscatel wine, one of the oldest industry we have in town.
Beautiful. Please.
Smells good.
Smells wonderful.
Sweet. Appetizer.
Appetizer?
That's what they say. I drink it before, during, and after lunch.
Oh, that's nice.
I know it's nice.
Syrupy. It's wonderful. It's sweet and pleasant. And it makes me happier to be here, actually. I was already happy. I'm here.
Alcohol usually makes us happy. Alcohol in Arab means spiritual drink. That's the meaning. That's why in English you use the word spirit.
So alcohol in Arabic
Means spiritual drink.
spiritual drink. It's my spiritual drinking partner, Daniel. Thank you for your time today. Appreciate you taking us around.
Lovely people.
Bodega El Pimpi, this is a very famous winery.
It is a very famous winery on the capital of the Costa del Sol. So even tourists could expect this is for foreigners, you know, for tourists.
Yeah.
No, this is for local people.
Oh, I love
And
it.
this is famous for us and obviously full of tourists,
Yes.
which we are happily hosting them. This is for every single one. Why Pimpi is history. Pimpi is at the city center. Pimpi is part of us.
Well, I'm very thankful to be in your presence. And of course, you were explaining quality of the ham here.
This is not selling a product. Cutting and slicing ham like this is art. This is extremely difficult, okay?
That looks amazing.
It looks amazing and it tastes amazing. If it wouldn't have been pure ham, jamón serrano, pata negra,
Jamón serrano pata negra.
exactly, it would fall. But due to the natural fat,
Natural fat, folks.
that's it. For this, obviously, you have to pay a little bit more.
Of course.
But money's not a problem.
For Daniel, this we all eat with our hands.
Oh yeah, we always have to eat it with a hand. So we take one slice.
Do you fold it or just up to you?
You can have a bit of bread if you want. We mix it as well with a bit of olive oil.
Oh my God.
We make an Iberian sandwich, much better than the sandwiches you have. And this is a mid-cure cheese. We have, obviously, as in several countries in Europe, you know, Italy, France, they have very good cheeses, as well as in Spain. None one better than the other one, just different qualities.
This is the best ham I've had.
I know this is the best. That's why you are holding it, but I'm gonna take your dish.
Please.
Okay, and even you can mix it, all right? And it would be an Iberian sandwich without bread.
So this is half cured cheese.
This is half cured. But obviously, when you host tourists that you have no idea if they know the quality and how strong they are, you can give a very cured cheese or very light cheese. So we usually look for something.
This is fantastic though.
If you put bread with it, you have to put some good olive oil on it, which is our golden.
Golden olive oil. This is the best cheese, the best ham I've had this whole trip.
It's a good ham and it's a good cheese. This is typical from Cordoba region. It's a raw fried steak. And then on this one, we have some, I would bet, some cheese.
Oh my God.
And then
Ham.
pure ham, okay, on the middle. You could have as well some green pepper, red pepper, different types. Just roll it and you fried it. And we call it flamenquing.
Cheers. Perfect.
Every single flavor comes in order, isn't it?
I get the crunchiness. Then it goes ham. Then it goes cheese. Then it goes pork, which is wonderfully done. And just absolutely, this is like a delight to do this and to be here and to try. Folks back home, we know a dish called tonkatsu, Japanese tonkatsu. This is kind of like the best cordon bleu katsu, pork, ham, cheese, heavenly morsel you'll ever have, folks. This is absolutely the best.
Yeah, could be similar to a cordon bleu. It's true.
No.
Absolutely true.
The fact that it's not leaving this just pool of oil.
Usually we eat it with sunflower oil. If it wouldn't be fresh oil, we would see it on the dish.
Yeah.
Salud.
I'm a fry fast. Salud. Spanish
Omelette
omelet
and Russian salad.
potato salad.
Mashed potato with a prawn,
Oh my God.
mayonnaise. It's a fresh tapa.
Oh.
It's a very common thing to order Russian salad anywhere. Even there is a lot of people in this country who love Russian salad. It's not that easy to do it properly. And then we have the omelette. It's not extremely fully done, like I like it.
I like it when it's moist.
The difference in between the Spanish omelette and the French one is we have potato on it, all right?
Which is wonderful. I think having the egg with potato gives it obviously a little more substance, a little more heft, and the flavor is just wonderful.
It is wonderful.
Absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, we used to call it Russian salad.
Russian salad with shrimp.
The main key here is the fresh mayonnaise.
Oh
Home fresh made.
my God.
It's not a bottle. Can you taste it? That makes
This
the
is
whole
wonderful.
difference. That makes a whole difference.
This mayonnaise, fresh mayonnaise.
Oh,
Because they can. Here in Mlaga, they can. And they do. Absolutely wonderful. This is a great experience. Yeah, one sip left. What are some of the key things about this beautiful city and why did you come?
The good thing in Malaga, first of all, is the mixing between culture and relax. Okay, we have, in 2 hours driving time, you can go to the Alhambra in Granada. You can go to the Mosque Cathedral in Cordoba. You can visit the biggest Gothic church in Seville with a lovely city center that used to be as rich as the richest city in the world. We're close to the Rock of Gibraltar with a history that this British chunk still have. We're not far away from Africa. You're even able to go on a one-day trip to a different continent, crossing 2 seas, being in 2 continents, in 2 countries. Lovely, beautiful cities, and just staying here at the Costa del Sol. Come to Malaga, find yourself.
I hope you enjoyed tonight's Europe Mania episode, and as always, mahalo for tuning in to Doko Ga TV.